evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I am here with D-Fish-Fan,
Yellow.
Zerota,
Hey.
Mr. Burns,
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
and Mr. Playstrong,
Two Chains!
or Mr. Two Chains. Today, we're going to be having a special discussion. It's really about the player base of Yu-Gi-Oh! If D-Fish-Fan would like to lead us off in this discussion.
Oh, damn. I get the floor?
Yep.
Alright. So, the player base sucks. But, the reason being is because of a few assholes. That's really what it comes down to.
Not a few. A lot of them.
Quite a bit, yeah, okay.
Everyone,
I guess that makes sense.
what?
Because their aura of assholeness affects the whole card shop in most cases.
You are correct.
Like it's pretty annoying. It's pretty annoying to deal with, and like I don't know.
Yeah, it's not only that. It causes players to move away from the game and they switch to playing other games, for example, Magic the Gathering. I see it happening at locals.
Two Chains.
Now, look, now you see, the thing is that with players mean such, they get
Shut up,
salty.
Leo.
No, listen, now you see,
Shut up,
people get
Leo.
salty when they don't find out that MSP negates.
Leo,
My
shut
opponent
up.
activated Dark
Leo,
Hole.
Leo, you
I
do not
changed
have the
MSP.
floor.
What?
Joseph, you have the floor.
Yes. I honestly believe that Yu-Gi-Oh's community is kind of stupid, but I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, I recently just got back into the game, honestly, like, not even a year ago, so I can't really say anything about other players.
From a new player's perspective, or somebody just returning to the game, what have you seen that has changed?
A lot of things, actually, like friendships being lost, I don't know, fighting a lot, actually.
Well, I thought Monopoly ruined friendships, not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, they go hand in hand, I'll give you that.
Now, Mr. Two Chains, you can talk about how MST negates.
Little Wang.
Now, you see...
Wait, hold on, I'm Two Chains, you're Mr. Boulders.
No, I'm Two Chains today.
I'm the one that changed my profile picture to Two Chains.
Now, you
See?
when I went to the tournament on Sunday, my opponent, he looked to be about a 75-year-old man. And then,
Wait, wouldn't you love that?
Hole. What?
Wouldn't you have loved that if he was 75? I mean, you're underage.
No, I like it the other way around. Now, you see, he activated Dark Hole. And I was like, yo, let me change MST. And then he's all like, yo, youngster Joey, MST don't negate. And I'm like, I don't understand, though, your white boy language, MST negates,
So, hold on. So,
wait, I think
we're talking about jackass players in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're one of them.
I plead the fifth.
Zerota, do you have anything to say?
Well, I think someone put a forbidden lance in his dark hole that causes him to be butthurt.
How I personally feel about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Player base, I feel there's almost different type of classes of the way that the Yu-Gi-Oh! System is built. As much as we all try to avoid this, there are different classes. You have your scrub players, and your scrub players are, God, I'm sorry. They're a very bright group. They're a brilliant group. They like to think outside of the box. Well, actually, never mind. Your scrub group is just a group of bad players. Then there's the players that like to think outside of the box. They like to come up with new ideas and venture past what's not meta. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to beat the meta, and
it falls through. Yeah.
Most of them complain about them not, the meta being too strong, and that nobody's diverse in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm sorry, people don't play for fun in this game. They play to win for some stupid reason.
That's just people's opinion about how the game is played and how it can be played. What I'm basically talking about is anything outside a duel. About people getting attitudes, bad attitudes towards each other, people behaving like man-child.
Yeah, I was getting to there. Like,
exactly
you got your men, like, they got their category. You got the pro players, the people that think they're pro but are trash, and then they walk around acting like they're the shit. And then and then you got your vendors. You got the good vendors and the bad vendors. The good vendors Or not really good vendors, but the bad vendors walking around getting all of the good Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like to boast about it and all that other trash. And then you got, what else do you have? There's a couple other categories that I'm missing, but Yu-Gi-Oh is almost categorized into these certain different groups where you really don't see it in almost any other competitive or any other card game. Like in Magic Player, they all look like damn Magic players to me. I'm serious. They all look pretty professional. Most of them calm. They talk a lot. They mingle. With Yu-Gi-Oh, it's almost like high school when you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. If I don't know you, then don't talk to me.
It lacks maturity in people's personalities. It lacks maturity as opposed to Magic the Gathering players. I can name 2 examples. I was recently part of the locals Facebook group. Before I left that group, there was one new player who tried to get a certain answer for a certain question that was asked.
And he got trolled,
Not necessarily trolled. It was basically like there was one person giving half of the entire answer. And I tried to give a clearer image on what the entire answer could have been to help that person out. And then this particular person started a discussion with me, completely ignoring the new player. And basically, when I explained something about priority being obsolete, he was like, "You don't say," and in giving me this attitude that I totally don't like and doesn't impress me at all. And I'm like, "Are these people? Is he acting like a fucking man-child?"
Oh wow!
Grow the fuck up, can you please? You know, we're both trying to help a new player here. You do it your way, I do it my way, but just drop the fucking attitude.
What do you have to say, D-Fish?
Just before I finish this, sorry about that. I don't want to dominate the conversations.
Again.
Doing that. But anyway, the second experience was with another player who had the last remaining pieces of the deck I tried to collect, the Harpy Lady deck, and I only needed 2 more Harpy Chandler, and he was like, "Well, I have them for you. You can borrow them for the entire tournament, but I want to have them back at the end of the day." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine with me. I don't mind. But if I can trade them during the day, would you be okay with that?" And he was okay with that. I also managed to get trade Swallow's Nest, 2 copies with him, and eventually at the end of the day we finished the entire trade, so I didn't need to give them back the 2 Chandlers. I basically could keep them. And then a couple of days later, when I showed up at locals, he was like, "Hey, you still owe me the 2 Chandlers and the Swallow's Nest." And I was like, "What are you talking about? We were trading." And he was really trying to push this doubt onto me as if I'm the one never... Yeah, he was trying to get his cards back. And then in the Facebook group later I discovered that the reason why he tried to do that sneakingly was because there was a different person trying to look for these particular cards that I already had in my possession, Swallow's Nest, Harpy Chandler. And the reason why he wanted them back is because that particular person had better cards to trade with.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
So, do you understand why I hate the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals community?
Damn, the struggle.
Yes.
What are you saying, Mr. Fish Fan?
Well, I mean, it's tough because like those local level events are what's keeping Yu-Gi-Oh! Alive.
Boy.
Like I guess you could say that the regionals are too, but really what it comes down to is like if you only play once every couple months, whenever you're able to go to regionals or a bigger event, you're gonna lose interest in the game. So like you need locals. That's why I kind of wish it was a better environment overall for everyone.
Yeah, I see. Exactly.
Yeah, less man-children.
Mr.
But also, I would like to add one more perfect example. A friend of mine also has the same problem. There was her boyfriend at the time. It was still her boyfriend, and then I'll tell you later.
Hey, she's cute. Give her my number.
She's in one of my videos, in the unboxing videos. But anyway,
oh really?
She once bought 1 pack of the Judgment of the Light, and guess what it contained? It was a Bujin Yamato. Okay. Before she could even pick it up and look at it herself, the one Bujin player at locals, not her boyfriend, but a different guy that we also sometimes socialize with, that we now have a problem with, that guy basically snatched that particular Bujin Yamato out of her hands and was like, I want that card now. It needs to be in my deck. I'm a Bujin player.
Yeah, I've
she
seen
never
that.
had that chance. It was so disgusting.
Did he like?
She
Did she get
she
it
got
back?
so mad at him for that.
Did she like get it back or?
No.
So he just
No.
took it from her?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he tried
nigga.
to do.
I gotta
He
first
tried.
put
He
it out, I'm
tried to
sorry.
apologize later when he got the heat for it. But if he could get away with this behavior, then basically these type of people find some justification for it.
That's a
Wow.
G nigga that just need his ass whooped.
Wow.
No,
That ever happened to any of us, I swear.
it would never happen to any of us. I promise.
You
Ain't
right.
nobody
I don't
taking
know.
my cards.
And I don't know if this is just a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but it causes me to actually not play the game at locals.
Yeah.
That's pretty much just a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, because, like, generally, people who play other card games are usually nicer about it. Like, have you ever met a Vanguard player?
Yes.
No.
They're usually a lot nicer than any other card player,
Yeah,
I guess.
the Magic people are just fat. The Vanguard players are a lot better. No, I'm just
They're-
playing.
yeah.
I'm just playing. The
But,
Magic
like-
people are pretty cool too, but Vanguard players are pretty nice as well.
Yeah, but,
Can
like,
I ask a question in general? If the Bujin Yamato card would have been a simple common, would it have prevented this sort of behavior from these type of people?
That's a very interesting question.
well,
Leo,
see, the thing is, I believe that it's the same standards, just, usually when I want a common, I usually just ask for it, because, like, Vanity's Emptiness is a $10 common.
at least.
So if you, that's like taking, like, I don't know, another $10 higher rarity card, like, I don't know, Potter Duality, something.
Yeah.
But, like, it's different, because, I don't know, it's just different.
Leo, how do you feel about this ordeal?
I remember when Bujin Yamato came out, it was sold for 40 euros, pretty much close to $40.
Damn Europeans.
40. It was like $45 then, right?
Leo,
Yeah.
you there?
No, I don't. I think Leo left us.
Damn it,
Sorry,
Leo.
I'm still here.
All right. How did you
Oh.
feel about the ordeal that just happened?
I think it's an extremely, it's a terrible thing. Like, I don't see why people act this way with just a card game. Like, by the end of the day, it's just cardboard with ink on it. It's not going to change your life. It's not like you're going to win $50 million by playing it. Granted, that regional should get prizes such as a PlayStation or something like that,
Prices are shit.
but it's just not, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Leo, that was actually the first non-trolly thing that you've said on my channel.
Well, it's
Like,
good.
I'm impressed.
It's good.
Sir, can I please talk to the real Leo?
Now look here, see, we have the real Leo. In exchange, we want exactly one Bujin Yamato.
Is
I'm
it
okay,
really
so
worth
you
that?
can keep Leo. So
The
you can
man
keep
just
Leo.
went up. You saw it.
Exactly.
I'll give you what would you give him?
MST.
I'll give you an MST common. Rip.
And
Okay.
In the gates.
Deal.
It's
Never mind. Never mind. They
Platform.
no, they're
Man,
trying to
what
get
up,
rid
dog?
of Leo. They know Leo is annoying the shit out of them, and they're trying to get rid of Leo for everything. You have to pay me to take Leo now.
Damn.
Oh,
The man
by the way,
went up.
Leo, Mr. Boulders is now out as a secret rare.
Mr. Boulders.
Mr. Boulder! He comes out as a secret rare. Oh, yeah.
Leo, you understand that it's a 10 secret rare. It's not like a pack secret rare.
Gee,
Someone buy him that tin for Christmas.
Oh, Leo's gonna get a 10 for Christmas.
Fool's Draco sack.
Oh my god, I'd hate you. But
Yugioh,
No, it's gonna get eaten.
another thing that
Oh, okay.
I feel about the player base is that I'm not gonna. We're bashing all the bad parts of Yu-Gi-Oh! Of the player base. There are those good players like
Joseph, what?
The Yugioh OTK channel.
I'm trying not to be biased.
Yu-Gi-Oh! For Real Men is one example.
Not
of a good
YouTube
player.
channels, like players.
Yeah, Billy Break.
Billy Break? Well, if you would like to elaborate on Billy Break, D-Fishman?
I think okay. From what I've seen, I've never met him personally. I've seen him in real life at Worlds and stuff, but I never met him or anything. But from what I've seen, like he seems like a very nice guy, and his deck ideas and the way that he plays. I've watched a lot of his games too. He's fucking amazing. He really is.
What about
there are prodigies. There are prodigies among the players.
I want to be a prophet.
What?
I want to be a prophet. I want to
prophet?
foretell the first coming of
Future something.
Dark Magician. I want to foretell the first coming of Dark Magician.
Oh.
Yeah, have fun with that. And Yu-Gi-Oh! No.
It's the foretold that when D-Box comes back.
What happened?
You're the prophet of when D-Box comes back.
When D-Bot comes back, I am the prophet. And my prophecies are sensing that Magician of Faith will come back this bangless.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Shut your ass up, Joseph. Magician of Faith is very balanced this format.
Ah, man.
Why not?
You're part of a deck of spellbooks, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with spellbooks?
What the fuck? They can fate it and recycle their spells.
Oh, not like they don't do that already.
They already can.
Man.
I mean, I'm not lying. Magician of Faith is a really good card for them, but it's not like they can already... I mean, it's not like they can't already do that. Oh, you negated my spellbook of secrets, and now I can just flip Magician of Faith to get it back. I don't think that's like too crucial, if you ask me.
Yeah, but like, who would actually run Magician of Faith? Like,
I would.
in what deck? In what deck?
In spellbooks.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Not only that, you can play it the way, see it as a vanity type of card. It's like, you special summon a lot to build your board, and it's like, oh, I still have my normal summoner set left, then okay, I'll set a Magician of Faith.
Yeah, but for what deck
purposes.
would play Magician of Faith outside of Prophecy successfully?
Dragons.
I don't think, well, in the more ideal list, dragons would be hit, so...
Yeah.
Dragons
Like
would
how
hit
hit?
to a point
Like how
of
hit?
playability.
Assuming dragons will get hit. You forget we're talking about Tronomi.
Okay, Leo,
That's
you
a
weren't
good
here
point.
for the other videos, but Konami has apologized to us, and they promised on changing their ways. Let's just put it that
When
way.
was this? When was this?
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
you guys are surprised. I know you guys are
Tronomi.
astounded. They might be trolling us, but for now until Friday obviously proving if they're trolling us or not, I believe in Konami.
So Marcus, what you're telling me is Tronomi is not trolling right now.
Tronomi is Tronomi is Konami now.
Damn.
I
That's some
realized
BS. That's some
they should have
BS.
released their list on Friday the 13th.
Look, would you rather deceive your list on Friday the 13th or December 25th?
December 25th.
You guys are bad. Because
Saturday-
what if they
Saturday-
do? What if they did release the list on December 25th and it was absolute horrible? Like they brought back the babies and everything. Now, how would that be a great Christmas present?
You can get a free comment.
Santa Claus came early this year.
Leo,
I could play Old Dragon Lords with a 610. GG, bro. GG. Shake my
Leo,
hand.
you get a free common Bujin Yamato when it
Oh.
comes out.
A free
Damn.
common Bujin Yamato. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think that it does change. That does establish a player base. Yu-Gi-Oh! While it isn't the most expensive card game, I think it's second to Magic. I can't think of any more expensive card games. I think the expense of Yu-Gi-Oh! Does dictate how people are. Because cards are
Yes.
worth this almost genuine value of money. So
Yes.
therefore, when people say they have a lot of cards, in turn, they have a lot of quote-unquote money. Money makes
But still-
everybody a douchebag. Well,
Still,
not
Marcus,
everybody.
still, the responsibility lies within the player and not within the one selling the product.
You were correct. The responsibility of these 12-year-olds relies in them, not their parents. Stop shooting up schools, little white kids.
No, and I'm talking about those who are capable of taking responsibility if they sell themselves as a person who has responsibility.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure everyone wants to be a responsible person, right?
Yes, you were correct.
That's what I'm saying. So you can tell that it's Konami's job to change this. Well, in a way, I think that they should stop making certain cards with a rarity that doesn't make sense. Well, unless we are thinking about, oh, they just want to make more money.
That's exactly
it makes
what they
people,
want.
it turns people greedy and very nasty, and with attitudes I don't like.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
And a lot
part,
of us
of
don't.
destroying the player base. It does start with rarities. Personally, and even back then, secret rares only used to be for collection. That's exactly how they first start off, and that was perfect where they're at. Because the people that actually wanted to play had the ability or the money and the resources to actually play the game. I mean, there
Yeah.
were still expensive cards like Mirror Force being a $40 card and certain other things, but at least they weren't secret rare, one per box.
I guess, yeah.
Now here's another good example. I mean, I
Utopia
don't want to
should have been a
bash.
secret rare.
I don't want to bash Konami, but if you take a look at Ghost Tricks, they're very easy to collect, all of them, and they're not. It's not an expensive deck.
That's what all of the decks should be like. All of
Yeah.
them. All of them should
Bujins,
be easy.
Bujins as well.
Well, Bujin's almost. I mean, you got your $20 monsters and stuff. I feel that everything
Skeletons.
should be damn near close to Battling Boxer Ghost Trick status. If it nothing should be over. The deck should be around $70 to build. Period. Max.
Yeah.
Max. Like that's for the most competitive deck. $70 for the skeleton. And then if you want the cheap staples, then they should be like 10, 15, $20 max. If you want the expensive stuff, then yes, of course you're gonna have to come out of pocket for $400 or $500. But if you want just the cheap stuff, just to play the deck to be in a competitive scene, I think it should be as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
I think one of the ways that they can use to solve that problem is reprints, especially what they do in structured decks.
Yeah.
I mean, take for example, Lightsworn Lila. Used to be $20
Oh my
when it
god,
came
I miss
out.
you, Lila.
It's now like, oh, you want to play Lightsworns now that the new support's coming out. You can
Oh,
get
so I heard you wanted to
common
play
Lila.
Lightsworns. We have $200 Judgment Dragons,
Common GD,
$20
yeah.
Lilas, $10 Celestias. You guys remember that? $5 Raikos. Yeah, I heard you wanted to play Lightsworn. Charges around $60.
Yeah.
Solar Recharge is $20. It's $40 if you want the ultimate. Yeah, I heard you wanted to play.
They do have a common charge, right, or something like. There's a reprint.
They have a super rare Solar Recharge and they have common charge of the Light Brigade. The super
Yeah,
rares go for around $6.
Common charge, yeah.
Yeah, the Solar Recharges go for around $6, so it isn't that much. Everything pretty much was reprinted of Lightsworn. Everything is at common rarity, and you could possibly pick it up for like $40, which is
How much does an entire competitive Noble Knight deck cost at this moment?
well, that's an oxymoron. Noble Knights can't be competitive.
Oh.
For example, what if they were, but they're still overhyped?
If-
There are a
if-
lot of people trying to look for the cards.
Let's say if they were competitive, Noble Knights would be extremely expensive. Mainly
Yes.
because everything is secret rare, ultra rare, and hard to find out of the set. I remember when the hype was at its peak, Matriarchs were 70 each. 70
Damn.
each. Like it was ridiculous. And it still is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they're at least in between the 30 and 50 range. But the deck's not competitive. So from a competitive stance, if it were, the deck would be stupid expensive for no reason.
Then I stand corrected, it's not competitive. I started to believe that it was because of lots of people playing it.
No, Noble Knights are not competitive.
See, no, people are playing it because of the hype and it looks good.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If the next list might make Konami make it competitive, but
Yeah.
Equip spells competitive, really?
They're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying.
they're trying their hardest. They get another Premier card, and I think in Legacy of Valiant too. So they're pushing their hardest to make Noble Knights competitive. I
really
wish
hope
that they
they
did
don't,
this for Fire Fist.
Yeah.
I wish they
they're
did it
trying.
for GK.
They are doing it for GK. Don't give me that bullshit. They're getting all these new cards and cards on top of cards and cards with cards and just ugh.
Yeah.
Go
Can I
on,
ask you
Oscar.
guys a question? Do any of you have personal experiences with the people with the bad attitude?
Yeah.
Just like once I
Yes.
mentioned. I mean, can you give more details, for example?
Yeah, Joe. Well, why don't you start off? Or
Me and Marcus, are we talking about the same person?
well, I'm gonna give a different person if you're talking about that person. But go ahead.
Okay, so personally, we knew this guy who wanted to get into the more competitive scene. While our team is somewhat competitive, but we're here for fun. So he got all butthurt.
We drink
that
more than we play.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god. Anyways,
Please
we
do
drink
tell.
more than we play. I'm sorry.
that's a story for a different time. But yeah. So he got all butthurt that we just wanted to stay here and have fun, not go to Cali for regionals or whatever. But then he branches off and says that we're revolting or something like that, and now he's just all by himself, sitting home playing World of Warcraft.
Wow, the struggle. Leo, do you have a time that you want to talk about?
The time where explain the time. Well, the topic.
You're a little low. You might want to bring up your microphone volume or something.
My sincere apologies.
A bad experience with a group of players or a player being rude or something just in that matter.
Well, it's more like if you ever experience a person expressing a behavior that really destroys integrity.
Bluff.
Okay, now you see, I remember a time I know this guy, and he was playing with my friends, and this is back after Cosmo Blazer, so it was Brofist versus Mermails, and my friend he's playing 6-10, and the guy he's playing Firefist. And what my friend does, he does the greatest play ever. He goes into Beast, Victoria Beast, to stop his tankies and all that. And I think he went to Barkion. So he pretty much had him on lockdown. And I remember he 2-0'd him, and when the guy lost, he slammed his hands on the table, and I think he yelled out, fuck. I really don't remember. And I'm just like, whoa, dude, it's hard again, relax.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Oh, I thought the guy was going to punch him or something.
I bet he did, but like not in public.
Yeah, that's one aspect of bad players when they can't stand losing. And they express certain aggression towards their opponent or their environment. I have not seen that happening, but I can imagine other people might have.
Oh, I got a best
I've seen
friend
it
that
in
does
one
that.
video, and I don't like it. It's really giving this game a very bad name.
Hey, Gil, do you think you can tell us a time that happened? Probably back in your Cali days?
Yeah, sure. Like many of the experiences that we're referring to in this video and that you guys have talked about and mentioned, I've definitely seen like almost all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but another one that I don't believe has been mentioned in this video so far is that I know one thing that really bothers me is when I see players that let's say they just got back into the game or they're being referred into the game by friends or something to that. And then, you know, they're not going to be the best players. They're new. It doesn't matter how gifted they are or anything. They still got to learn. So they might not have the best decks. So they may play, you know, Morphotronics or something like that, you know, at their locals. And then you see people that are just completely bashing them for no fucking reason. Just like they're making them have the worst experience in a long time. When they're supposed to just be having fun and stuff. Like, that really bothers me.
Yeah. That's really sad.
That is really sad. And it basically drives away the new players to the community.
And not only that, well, what makes it even more sad, or sadder, how do you say it, is the fact that these people inhabit the body of an adult.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I think the way you said it just made it just seem like...
It's true, though. It's true.
I understand.
Let me put down my Chipotle burrito so I can tell you about the worst things that happen in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Chipotle.
Theft is everywhere, and with our recession, 2 chains is it becomes even more imminent.
Preach.
You even have thieves in Yu-Gi-Oh, like Yu-Gi-Oh thieves. I don't know what to call them. Yes, I'm getting ready for another salty Sunday. So you know what grinds my gears? Huh?
No, sorry, go ahead.
What grinds my gears the most is when you have a group of people that steal things from people. And not on top of that, they'll probably be your friend. And they wind up stealing from you. And then they look at you like, bro, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. I see that more in Yu-Gi-Oh! Than anything else. Like, it is.
Well, that's not a real friend then. That is not a real friend.
Well,
I'll
obviously
tell
it's
you
not a real
why this is. It's the whole pawn shop experience coming back to the table. Stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be sold for a lot than they look like.
Exactly.
And they know it. They know it. It's not. They don't see Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards when they steal these cards. They see money, and that's all.
And that's all they see. And it's just so much stuff. Like, you guys are at the same local. More often than not, you guys know everybody. But somehow your stuff comes up missing.
Callie, do you remember those incidents that I told you about in California with the stealing?
Oh, how they'd steal a backpack and hand it off in regionals and stuff, or what?
Oh, well, that too. But, like, just, it's pretty sad, as Zero was alluding to, like, that these are adults stealing from, like, little, or maybe not necessarily little kids, but teenagers to people within their own age range. And like, you see people at regionals in California, one thing that was very common was, like, after the regionals or before the event when people are signing deck lists, whether they're outside or indoors or whatever, you would just, because their cards have to be out while they're writing it down, people would just run by at full speed, just snatch as many cards as they could, and then just run straight out the door. Or into a car or something like that.
And then there's the backpack thieves, the ones that'll go for your backpack, hand it over to another person, which will hand it out to another person, which will hand it out to another person. Which, I mean, by then it's gone. Like, you're not going to find that. And this is like 900-man tournaments at the very least, so you're not going to find that bag, I promise you.
Yep.
Actually, you might find the bag. You just won't find the contents.
Gilbert, I dropped
Yeah.
something in the chat. This is just off the record.
Okay. Let me see here.
What happened? Sex. Mr. Playstone.
No, that did not happen.
I think
Yeah.
what's so bad is when people steal the stuff that's not Yu-Gi-Oh related, but you know they're Yu-Gi-Oh related. I have my wireless headphones and my pro style bike being stole 1 week after another, and it's just ridiculous. It's
Oh yeah, huh?
and then they said they had cameras.
Wow.
They
And then
never.
they didn't even check the cameras,
They did
right?
not check the cameras. Like, really, bro? All right.
Are you serious?
They said they were gonna check the cameras. They didn't check the cameras.
See, it's because the locals would have to pay to look at the cameras.
But it takes
And that-
10 seconds to check some damn cameras.
Yeah, but it's still money, you know? They need money.
Then stop having people steal shit from the locals. And then
Yeah.
It's
people-
all about the money.
the thing that gets on my nerves is when people say, "Well, you should have been watching your shit." There shouldn't be stuff stolen. What kind of shit is that? Like,
Yeah.
anytime where somebody says you should be watching your shit, you know you're in a bad area. Like that's
And this is also another reason why I think a lot of expensive cards should be reprinted as commons.
if this game were cheap, I think because I think stealing would still be evident somehow. I don't know. People tend to steal everything that's not bolted to the ground. But
No, but this is a reason for me to play a deck full of common cards when I go to locals.
I
But
can't
when I
play
go
that.
to
Gilbert would
friends,
love
I can use my hollows.
I can't play common decks. Gilbert would love. Mr. D Fish fan would love that aspect of playing.
Comments make me so happy.
Even battling boxers, I had to get the highest rarity of everything else to make me feel better.
I play Madolce, so everything's pretty much common.
Yeah. Well, you
Not
got
staples.
No, but this is the way I handle this in a smart way, or at least I like to believe that I'm doing this smartly, is that whenever I go to locals, the only thing I bring with me is, well, of course, the decks and stuff, you know, but it's the trade binder. It's a simple trade binder, and if stuff gets stolen out of it, I'm like, okay.
The
You
bad
know,
thing
okay,
is
it
that it shouldn't
happens.
even have to resort to that though. Like,
Yeah, like I understand what Callie's saying. It's like it shouldn't even be. There shouldn't even be an acceptance for it.
mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be part of the game.
Zero tolerance
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
rule at locals.
But like we're so used to it that it's like, oh, it got stolen. Like that's not even fucking surprising when we say it.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing is that now when people duel, they have their backpacks in their laps. Like,
Yeah, I keep mine in between my legs.
yeah, and like it shouldn't have to be to that right there. Like that's just horrible.
No, it's
Yeah.
even at this point. Whenever I want to go outside for, I don't know, to get some air, or I don't know, smoke a cigarette, which really doesn't mix well together.
Stop
But that's
smoking,
just a
Zorro.
different story. But I have to basically ask the shop owner if it's all right if I put certain bags that contain my cards
Behind the counter.
somewhere, behind the counter, for example. And he's always okay with that because he knows people steal there. He knows.
exactly.
But then again, it goes back to our integrity.
Yeah.
My question to the people that are watching this video, please give us some insight on what has happened to your locals that has made you guys almost want to quit Yu-Gi-Oh, or even quit Yu-Gi-Oh. What
Or move to Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. What are some of the things that make you really mad, or what do you want to change about the Yu-Gi-Oh as a player
base.
aspect, as a player base, or what would you guys like to see change? But thank you guys.
Everything.
I'm sorry.
Change everything?
I was about to wrap it up. Is there anything else anybody have to say?
No, I'm good.
I'm fine.
Mr. Playstrong?
Mr. Boulder ends the discussion.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe on Zeroto's channel and on Mr. D Fish Fans. Leo is, from what I know, Mr. Playstrong's channel is under technical difficulties. It will definitely be up and running. Be sure to check that out. But most of all, enjoy the content.